Dice! We all know them, we all love them, and we all roll them in TTRPGs. I decided to devote an entire video talking about the kind of dice I think you should use and why you're stupid if you like the dice that I don't like. Just kidding, it's not gonna be that. We're just having a good time here. I'm not opinionated on a lot of things, but I actually care a lot about the dice I use. One, because I made my own TTRPG and continue playing them to this day, but I also find a lot of enjoyment with rolling them. I'm gonna put all these dice on a tier list based on how they feel in my hand when I roll them, how they sound, and how the general vibe is when you roll them. I'm not gonna talk about any game-specific mechanics associated with these dice. I'm just gonna talk about the dice themselves. That way, if you're making a TTRPG, you can take this information and apply it to your own. Or if you want to hear me yell about something as stupid as this concept is, please feel free to continue watching as well.
Then whatever the crap this is!
The D20 has been the tyrant of the TTRPG game for a long time. It's been popularized by D&D and Pathfinder and all the games that use a D20 die. And it is the most recognizable die when it comes to this genre of games. TTRPGs, what do you think of the D20? Here's where my take comes in. I think the D20 is overrated. But let's go ahead and do little tests. I'm gonna go ahead and give you all the ASMR dice rolling. Okay, a lot of data from that. They have a deep sound when you roll them. Could be better. I like the high pitched clickety clack that dice normally take. That doesn't really have that. So let's go ahead and give it a real roll here. Okay, notice when you roll it, it kind of is indecisive of what number it's going to be. It kind of accidentally stumbles across the number. You might waste a couple seconds of time every single time you roll it because of how much it rolls. It's because it's more of a sphere than other dice. I don't like that. It can be cool to special moments, but let's be real here. It's normally gonna be an anticlimactic roll, so why am I watching this thing roll across my table every single time? I think we can do better. I don't like them. They're not super dynamic. You can use it for D&D and other games like that, but really nothing else. You're not going to use this for a bell curve or anything like that. So I think D20 belongs in C tier. Not quite in F. I got that spot reserved for something else. If you take away the fame, take away the symbol that it represents, it's just not that great of a die. D12s look quite nice. It's like a more defined version of the D20. You're going to see this and you can automatically recognize, okay, that is a D12. You might not with some other die, but it's undoubtedly D12 here. You hear that difference? Wait, let's do D20. So deep. I don't know if it's picking them up, but already a huge difference here. Already a big fan of the D12. Let's see how they roll. Okay. They're kind of bouncy, you know, like they kind of go all over the place. Nothing to really write home about. The D12 is kind of mid, to be fair. I don't dislike it like I do the D20, so I think the D12 can sit at a good B tier. I love the D10 for many reasons. One, it's aesthetically fantastic to look at. I'm thinking about how versatile it is when using it for certain mechanics. It's just fantastic. 1 to 10 is just a satisfying range you can have and so versatile. In fact, I'm not doing D100s because guess what? That's in the D10 range. I can just take 2 D10s and I got a D100. Immediately, Call of Cthulhu relies on the D10 form. Let's see how they sound. I mean, yeah. Ooh, yes, that's what I like. That's what I like. That's so nice. I love that. Let's see how they roll. Nice. I hope you guys care as much as me. But guys, look at that. It's beautiful. It does a little spin move while it rolls. Let's check that out. Come on, it's versatile, it looks great, it rolls, and it sounds very aesthetic. What more do you want from some dice? D10 is an S tier die. There's a reason it's on my logo. You know that awkward phase where you're trying to get into a hobby and you're trying to learn and you kind of understand how to do it, but you're still kind of messing up? That's kind of how I feel with the D8. It's that awkward phase between the iconic D6 and the pure and powerful and wonderful D10. It's blocky. It looks kind of awkward. Let's go ahead and move on with it. It does sound nice, though. It does sound nice. Yeah, that sounds nice. I can't even lie there. But let's go ahead and see how they roll. One thing I do appreciate about the D8 is how much authority they reveal their number with. They don't waste your time. They know you're on a busy schedule, so they're gonna go ahead and reveal what they got. So yeah, one more time. I'm having so much fun with this. I don't know why. It's such a weird video. Maybe I'm being a little hard on the D8. I mean, it sounds good. It rolls really well. It just looks awkward, so I can't give it S tier. Yeah. I'm gonna give it B plus. I don't think it deserves A either. It's just not as aesthetic. It's not as versatile. It's like an awkward phase. It's doing okay. It has potential, and it will grow up one day to become a legendary D10. But for now, it's gonna sit at B plus. Look, I feel like it's above my pay grade to speak ill of the D6. It literally is the mascot of board games and gambling and pretty much anything associated with dice. You can show a caveman a D6 and they'll know, oh yeah, I use that for Yahtzee or whatever cavemen play. Sorry, Grim, I know you like that one. So yeah, let's go ahead and give it a listen. That just sounds nice. That just sounds nice. This is ridiculous. this is ridiculous, but I've wanted to make this YouTube video for a while, so it's very nice. I hope you guys are enjoying this ASMR. I think I'm going to listen back to this video several times because I just enjoy the sound of dice. I mean, it sounds great. It doesn't sound like a D20, which sounds horrendous. Let's just see how it rolls. Can I be honest, guys? Again, this feels like it's above my pay grade. I don't feel like I have the authority to speak ill of their name, but I'm going to. Not impressed. See, there's a pendulum here. There's the side over here with the D20 when it just continues going and it seems indecisive. And then there's the area where we're going to now when it seems so decisive that there's no suspense. It's too quick to the point. I'm just not super impressed with the way these are rolling. They're easy to keep track of. A 1 to 6. Not as easy as 1 to 10, but still. It's so versatile, though. It can't be S tier. This is an A tier die. And I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. A D6, I mean, they're used throughout the entire world for so long. And it's iconic. It's the die. But I don't think it has enough writing for it to make it go for S tier. So A tier. I hate the D4. This is the ugliest looking thing ever. Ew. What the? It's hideous. They don't feel good in your hand. I feel like I'm stabbing myself every time I grab them. And they're smaller than the rest of the die. You know, it's like, you can tell they're lighter. They don't fit. It feels like a mistake that they exist. And also, it's like, when you look at the sides, it's always confusing. And I've seen ones where the numbers are on the bottom of, like, the line here, just pointing up. And these ones, they have on the top. And I don't know. It's just a super awkward die. I hate how there's like all the sides have 3 numbers. Let's see how they sound. Oh my god. No. That's just lifeless. It doesn't have any authority in what it's rolling. Dude. I honestly, D4s and D10s were the reason I want to make this video, because I actually like, I can't stand D4s. Let's see how they roll. They just plop on the ground. It's so ugly. It's so ugly. And if someone tells you to pull out a D4, you know you're in for a bad time. You know you're going to have the least amount of potential. Oh my gosh. Compare that. Let's compare that real quick to the D10. You guys see what I mean? I mean, D10s have asserted their dominance in this playfield. D4s are without a doubt an F tier die. I mean, come on. What do you want? They plop, they look ugly, they sound ugly, they don't feel good in my hand. The design is atrocious. Why are there 3 numbers on every single side? I get they have to, but could we have not been a little more creative? I would have preferred a square, like a square cylinder with like a rounded end here and just have the 4 on there. That would have been better than whatever the crap this is. There you go. That's my tier list right there. If you have any opinions on what I thought, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. Comment down below what your favorite die is and why. And if it's a D4 or a D20, I'm gonna be upset with you. Again, this was just a fun video. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel. But until then, I'll see you later. See ya, nerds!